Department of Veterans Affairs is the whiner of the week for this week. Here's why. Well, obviously, they've had problems in the past with not giving veterans appointments at a certain point in time, poor treatment, and even the head of the agency lied to a homeless guy about his qualifications, saying he had served in like special forces when he hadn't. Okay, that's all in the past. This is something new. Apparently, some people who needed to get diagnostic appointments with the VA hospital, they got an insert with the appointment information that was mailed to them. Now, what was on this little thing? Well, it turns out it was a little like leaflet, I guess you could say, that said, hey, if you're going to come here for your appointment, there are some prohibited items. So let's go through them. What were these prohibited items? Okay, guns and knives. I get that. No problem. I understand why you wouldn't want people to have guns and knives in the VA hospital. Also, they have backpacks. A little more on the fence about those, but I can understand, well, you could bring in something in the backpack. Okay, I get that one. But the big one was no phones. So they had a picture of an iPhone. So I assume this extends to all types of cell phones, okay? Not allowed to bring them. And it even said, hey, if you bring these stuff in, your appointment will be canceled. These were prohibited items. Now, some of those people might be coming in for things like traumatic brain injury exams. So for them or anyone else, doesn't it make sense to have a phone where you can make a call, you could take some notes, look things up, answer email, record a voice memo if you need to, remind yourself to do something later. All these things can be done with the phone. Now, I realize too that people with a phone, especially smartphones, you can record video and you can also take pictures. My guess is these were things that the VA hospital was afraid of clients doing. Now, word got out about this, and this policy is now done, and it's been called ill-advised. It wasn't for all sites, but this was popping up all of a sudden, a federal agency restricting what people could bring in. So it's been called ill-advised, but let's face it, the VA hospital's slogan is defining excellence in the 21st century. Restricting people's cell phones is more like something out of the dark ages. I realize there are problems with the VA hospital, and I know there are lots of people who are with them who are doing really good work. But there needs to be transparency in the organization because we know for a fact that there's been some challenges. And the number one thing we need to make sure of is that our veterans are being taken care of, that their needs are being addressed, that they're receiving treatment. We've had troops out in Iraq, Afghanistan, all around the world for quite some time. And I know that they have some very specific health needs. We need to make sure we're addressing them, not restricting the flow of information. So very simply, that's why it was, a pretty easy call to give the VA hospital, Department of Veterans Affairs, the whiner of the week. Don't try to pull a fast one on those who have served our country. It just doesn't make sense. I almost went with the Secret Service because they're back in the news again. But I wanted to salute our veterans because sometimes they are forgotten, and I want to make sure that we are doing everything we can to support them and bring their challenges to light for other people to see. So they are the whiner of the week. No more of this sneaking stuff, VA hospital. Come on, let the guys and women come in for their appointments. If they want to bring a phone, let them. If they want to videotape something or record something, you can do that too. I think it should be the same rules that it would be in any other doctor's office. If there's some sort of equipment where a phone could interfere with, you ask someone to turn it off. But you don't say, oh, you can't have an appointment today because you brought your iPhone. Come on. That's just not right. So that's the whiner of the week. If you need more about that, you want to read the column, a little more backup information, head over to my website. It's kenokel.com. Kenokel. It's just like my username here. See how I do that? Pretty sneaky, wouldn't you agree? So that's the whiner of the week. We'll be back next week with another entry. Remember, we always do kind of unusual, strange, or outrageous things. Sometimes there's the things that you need to know about. I had not heard a lot of coverage about this thing with the VA hospital. Thought it would be good to bring it out to all of you. So thank you so much for watching today. I'm Ken Okel. Take care.